Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host Tom Quee. We are here for a recap of an incredibly special event that I was part of I guess you could say I was part of the new hope of the 8th birthday trilogy. Unfortunately, I didn't see the kind of two more critically acclaimed editions, but I was there for the first edition. Thankfully, we have Ryan. Ryan, you were there for the whole weekend, is that right?
Yeah, I was. So wish I was still in Leeds. It was an incredible weekend.
Yeah, unbelievable. And were you filming on the Friday? You were just doing the interviews, weren't you?
I was just part of the interviews. Yeah, I just did the interviews, working on the behind the scenes type things. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going to sort of get into the battles and the vibe of the event, but on the surface in general, 8th birthday, where do you rank it in the birthday events? Is it one of the best or
my favourite? Yeah.
Wow.
Well, of the ones I've been to.
Yeah.
So yeah. My favourite of the ones I've been to. So I went to 6th and 7th and 8th birthday. It's my favourite out of those ones. All very different. So 6th birthday, I went as a fan. 7th birthday, I started filming my own interviews on the Saturday. And then on the Sunday, I was working for battlerapresume. And then 8th birthday, I was doing interviews with Don't Flop. So 3 very different ways of I attended them, but yeah, this one was amazing. As far as battles go, I don't think there was a bad battle all weekend.
Yeah.
So, I don't think 4th birthday will ever be top. To be honest, I think that's one of those ones.
Special time, wasn't it?
Yeah, you shouldn't count that when you're talking about birthdays. So
yeah.
Amazing.
And even though Don't Flop did a 3rd birthday, where you had
just count.
It doesn't really count.
We're counting from 4 onwards.
Yeah. It definitely isn't in those echelons. But yeah, we'll get on to the first day, which I've kind of done my own little solo sort of recap just because I was so excited about it. But I mean, a fantastic intro day that was. And I guess just starting off, the venue, Engine Rooms, great venue.
Oh, crazy good. I mean, my Uber driver was too scared to go down there.
Right.
And dropped me off half the way, even though I was just like, brilliant. But yeah, no, it was a crazy good venue. I loved it. I mean, it wasn't a nightclub, it wasn't a bar, it was literally it had the basics. It had room, bar, toilet, and it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Even the little back room that we did the interviews in, Tom, it was perfectly soundproof.
It was
perfectly soundproof. Didn't have to worry about the battles interfering with it or us interfering with the battles. It was really, really good.
No, yeah, it was fantastic, and a panoply of interesting battles there. That, as you say, I was doing the interviews with yourself, Ryan. So I missed quite a few of those, unfortunately. But I was hearing some.
Same. The Friday was a bit because it was obviously a shorter time event. I think we had to just get the interviews in. It was perfect time to get all, especially the internationals. Yeah. They were just more relaxed those days, so it was a lot easier that way. Yeah,
well, it was fucking crazy. Like I said it on the show as well, as I say, but I remember I was waiting for Danny, Jack and Raw's. I think you said, Danny, Jack and Raw's next, and then you brought Hoffa in, and it was just like,
it was strange. Danny, Jack and Raw's I found Raw's, and then Danny, Jack was busy, so I was just, Math, go on then. And I remember your face as I walked in. I was like, Math was obviously like a few yards behind me. I was like, oh, sorry, Tom, I couldn't find Danny, but here's Math Hoffa instead.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what the hell? And you were just like, oh my God.
It was crazy, man. I can't wait for people to watch that. I think Crafty mentioned it on Facebook on Viewpoint today, saying it was one of his highlights, me and Math talking about Chiller's slippers. So
Math Hoffa interviewed you.
He did, actually. He remembered Battle Rap Resume as well. So.
That was crazy when Tom Quee gets recognised by Math Hoffa. Amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome, and yeah, like you said, it was kind of like a bunker style place, like a kind of very, very small but very contained, nice and hot, and I don't want to use the word cozy for a battle event, but it just had this kind of like quite snug, enclosed nature to it, and
£2 a drink, which was great.
Yeah, crazy, and just a really kind of like old school atmosphere. Definitely a kind of nice counter to maybe a ministry or a stylist or something like that. Set us off, and tons of great battles. I missed a lot of them, but 2 of the ones that I'm really looking forward to watching on the pay-per-view, JB versus T Mills and Luminous versus Pedro. Apparently those were just like bar fests. They were awesome.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at them yet, but it all sounds like they went well. I think actually I've watched JB's first round, but it was quite good. I really, really like JB. So yeah, I've heard very, very good things about those ones. I know that Luminous had a Pedro bingo.
I saw that.
Yeah, which was incredible. I don't know how well it went down because I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but yeah, that was really, really amazing. That's just very clever. And Pedro's Pedro. So
yeah. And I mean, the night was full of, obviously missed a lot of the battles, but I'm just trying to think of some of the stuff that went down. One of the things that happened that I forgot to mention was I was outside in the smoking area just chatting to a few people, and suddenly I hear this like incredibly piercing, high pitched scream, and I turn around and it's Zayn Azrai, and Zayn Azrai's screaming at Scoop because he loves him so much, and obviously it's the first time he's seen Scoop, and he's like, oh my god, and it was just this like great meeting of minds, you know, just to see them come together. And
I love Scoop, and I often scream when I meet him, but Zayn Azrai he's made the weekend on several occasions.
Yeah, he's
fucking amazing.
Well, his
interview, I won't say anything, but it was interesting. It was
he said some fucking controversial shit, man. Like,
he said everything. He said everything in the world, and it was. And then we interviewed him again on Sunday, and he said everything he didn't say on Saturday or Friday. He said on Sunday. So we got 12 minutes interview with you on Friday, and then we had Shonda Rhimes interviewing Zayn Azrai after their battle on Sunday, and he said everything again, and it was absolutely amazing. What a dude! What a man.
Yeah. What footage, definitely. And Danny Jack was just there on the interview as well. I remember Zayn invited him in, but like sort of came in and just assumed Danny had like perched in on the interview, and it was good as well. Just personally to meet a couple of battlers that I'd only spoke to. So Ark and Flex Digits both had the same response when we met. They're like, "Oh my god, it's you!" Like I didn't, face to the name sort of thing, and had a great chat with Flex, especially, who's working on like a little personal memoir, which is pretty cool. So world traveler, Renaissance man. Look out for Flex's thing. But we're here to talk about battles, and the first day was my only experience. So you drove down from London on that night or the next day to Leeds, or?
So I went. I left my house in Hertfordshire at what time was it? About 8:30. Plenty of time, so I could take some stops on the way. Really, it wasn't too bad a drive, but yeah, we got there about 12. Then headed lunch straight to the venue. I liked it. It was a little bit later start. It was doors for 3:00, so I was like, oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Didn't have to rush too much from getting to the hotel and all that checking in. Took our time. I really liked how it was a little bit of a later start, which was amazing.
And the venue, a lot of people were commenting when people were posting pictures, oh, this is way smaller than I remember. But obviously it wasn't quite as stylish, was it? It was in the sort of...
It was in the same building. It was a different room,
right?
Which is a new room that wasn't available originally, and moved it to this room because it was a better room, really. It was a fantastic room. There was like a little... So, I'm trying to think how to explain it. Imagine Brixton Jam.
Yeah.
But... at the back of the room, it goes up some steps and there's a bar at the back.
Okay.
So if you were at the back, you could just go up the steps and have a perfect view still, and the bar was far enough away that if there was a bit of talk at the bar, it wasn't too much of an issue. Whereas in Stylus, like, the ceiling is very high in Stylus, so I think you lose some of the effects of close it is. So it's a lower ceiling in Pyramid, which I think it's called, and it just works really better. And the stage isn't as high comparison to the crowd, so the crowd is a lot more connected, I think, as well. So yeah, really, really good venue. I loved it, man.
And kicking us off, I mean, awesome that this was the first battle, O'Shea versus Juan.
Incredible.
Yep.
Before the battle even starts, playing some music, they're playing the 8th birthday tune, and there is literally football chants going for O'Shea. It's incredible. Check out O'Shea's Facebook page. I think he's posted a video of it. It's absolutely amazing. He's just I can't even put into words how incredible it is to see.
Yeah. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Obviously, he is the people's champ, and I think Sleepy tweeted today or something. O'Shea for champ, and said we'll look into that or retweeted it or something like that.
Honestly, he's been killing it all year. Absolutely incredible. Why not? Star's just had 9 title shots.
That's true. So. That's true. And my Oxford homeboy. How was Juan?
Juan was brilliant. I think he lost personally.
Oh.
Personally, I think he lost, but but O'Shea won. But yeah, one was very, very, very good. And it was there was what things did he say? Let me go on to the Twitter updates. Really, he went in on the whole jizzing on his son's head.
Oh yeah,
he did it very, very well. Honestly, I can't believe I've forgotten everything that happened in this battle.
He said something like scarred your son like Harry Potter or some shit like that, wasn't it? Yeah, I read that. Yeah, that was dope. That was
and
dope.
He pulled out a picture of an ostrich because... No, that was O'Shea did that, sorry.
Oh, right.
O'Shea pulled out a picture of an ostrich just because it fit the rhyme. And it was amazing. Marlo opens up a big A2 sheet and it's got a picture of an ostrich on it that I think was hand-drawn. Oh. So it's amazing. That sounds terrible the way I'm saying it. No,
it sounds amazing.
It was incredible.
And I should say as well, when I was following these updates, I was pleasantly surprised to see URL's very own Norbs retweeting the announcement that O'Shea and Juan is happening, and he says, "Yes, I've got Juan." The idea that Norbs know who's fucking Juan is just that's beautiful. I mean, why wouldn't?
Crazy. I didn't know
crazy.
that.
Yeah,
amazing.
That's crazy. I know that's fucking crazy, and yeah, unbelievable. By the sounds of it, I haven't actually watched that battle yet, but O'Shea versus Juan. How is that not going to be good? And great that they did that off the bat. And coming up, what a two-hitter. Marlo Ogmios was the second one. How was that?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. It sounds like I'm just saying every battle is amazing, but really, honestly, it was really, really, really good. Ogmios he's been a bit slower with the amount of battles he's taken recently, and it was really good to see him back. It was really, really good. He wheeled out another prop where remember the mystery he'd made,
right?
Sticking a ping pong ball. He made another one of them, and it was amazing. I'm not going to ruin it if anyone's watching it. You're going to watch it, but great. He had a concept round about how it's Marlo's fault about London rent prices going up, which sounds a bit of a reach, but yeah, it was really, really good. A shame, obviously, we couldn't get a 2-on-2, but Marlo's always funny, but I think Ogmios got that one personally. But yeah, it was really, really good. And
the crowd in this environment, were they rowdy?
Oh yeah, so not every punch on, obviously they're not stupid, but like bars were getting the reactions they deserved. They were fucking with jokes, fucking with bars, and I think it was really, really important that they put these two battles on first. And it was really smart of them to do that. Obviously, O'Shea could easily have gone late in the day, but it kicks off about 6 o'clock, which I think was not bad. Perfect timing. Allowed the crowd to get drunk cheaply because it's not a ministry.
Yeah.
And the how funny they both were made the crowd even more excited, even more happy, and just really enjoy themselves. Everyone that was there to enjoy themselves, and the crowd were absolutely fantastic.
And who won, Ogmios or Marlo?
It was obviously promo, but personally, I'd have to say Ogmios. I think Ogmios got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ogmios got it. Ogmios is my favourite, and also their post-battle interview, incredible. The way we did it, because you couldn't make it, Tom.
Yeah.
Because you decided to stay at home.
But what a first day of interviews that I gave you, though.
Yeah, but it could have been even better.
I guess.
But no, what did you do? What did you do all weekend instead? Sit at home and watch the Twitter updates.
Yeah.
What? Let down, Tom. Give you an opportunity to shine. You let me down. But no, so we the way we worked it, instead we didn't have an interview. Instead, we just let everyone interview each other, which I thought worked really well. So we had O'Shea interviewing Juan, Marlo interviewing Ogmios, and yeah, it's amazing. I can't wait for when people get to see some of that footage. It's incredibly funny.
Yeah, and obviously did the interviews. You say one of the guys I interviewed was very kind of honoured to interview. Never thought I'd ever meet Danger Zone in person and interview him, but that was great to have a chat with him. I did say in the interview that he is known for having a very dense, layered style. Did that connect, or was Ark the victor?
That's big time.
Oh yeah,
probably one of the best debuts. International. I really think so. Back to back, it was just punch after punch after punch. It was so good.
And Ark Izzy?
Yeah, Ark was great.
Yeah.
I really love Ark. Yeah. I think Ark's really, really good, and this is a really good matchup. I mean, they both punch a lot, but in a different way. Ark will say something, will say a bar that someone else would take 16 bars to say in 2 bars. And I think that works really, really well for him. And he with how responsive the crowd was, I think it worked really, really well, and just absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, I remember saying to Ark actually on the Friday, I was like, "Do you have loads of danger and zone flips?" And he goes, "Like, what else is there, bruv?" And I was like,
"Of course. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you have danger and zone? His name's Danger Zone."
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Two great flippable names there.
And if he didn't, everyone would be like, "Well, why didn't he do that?" It's a perfect opportunity. And obviously, Danger Zone had Arc bars, because he's now Arc, not Archaic. I don't really know.
No,
is he now Arc? I don't know. I don't see what was wrong with Archaic, but
yeah, it's just but Archaic is Arc. You just say Arc. It's not like passwords and pass. They're not. Yeah. I mean, whatever. Shout out to Arc, but it's a cool name. Like Archaic's a cool name. Arc's a cool name. Danger Zone, less cool name, but very flippable name.
Yeah. What was my favourite bar? Was probably an Arc bar. It was a Jefferson Price. I can't remember what it was.
Right.
Someone about it let it ring out like Jefferson Price on a lad's holiday or something like that.
Shit. Jefferson Price, man. I mean, like 4 birthdays later.
4 years ago.
Yeah, on the anniversary of his demise. And now this next battle, this could headline a KOTD. This is a giant battle, Sharon versus Chiller.
Yeah, man, big battle. It's interesting to see on the card. There was a lot of comments like, "Oh, why is a Canadian versus an American going on in Don't Flop?" But it's neutral grounds. Yeah. It's none of their home grounds, really. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Sharon, but he's I not deny he's incredibly talented. I think he's really, really talented, really, really good. Just not personally what I would pick to watch. But he really showed up in this one, and he always does on Don't Flop. Chiller Jones again always shows up on Don't Flop, so it worked really well. I think that this was probably the least crowd response of the day so far. I think. Okay. I think it's just because it came from to follow Arc Danger Zone, which was crazy.
Yeah.
So. But not that, this sounds like I'm slagging him off, but no, it was really good, just not quite O'Shea. But that's because I love O'Shea.
Yeah,
so nothing to beat that. But no, it was, you call yourself the smack killer, but K-Shine was smacking on you, or something like this. Jerome was punching all the time. Both went in. But Chiller had a bar about grabbing the pussy in a Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Everything you own says Virgin. You're Richard Branson.
Nice.
That's such a good bar.
Yeah.
But they both. I really liked about Chiller. Obviously, he gets the comparisons about the reaches, but I think he kept that to a minimum. I don't think he was reaching much at all, and he was just hitting all the time. And I think it was a really, really good matchup to see on a Don't Flop card. Because we don't get to see these Americans going up against each other. These North Americans, Canadians, whatever. We don't get to see them going up against each other. So it's really great to see. I mean, I think it should do good numbers as well, obviously, because no one was there at the event, and when it goes online, I think it will get good numbers.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of those matchups that people will just be interested to see what went down. And one of the most standout matchups, Ryan, Raptor Jonai.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I mean, so all weekend, look, my friend that came with me, he's massively into Don't Flop, but he's not hugely up to date with King of the Dot and everyone. So he'd only seen 1 or 2 Jonai battles, and obviously I'd shown him this. We'd watched his Disaster Jonai the night before, and all day I was just like, every time we talk about Jonai, it would be like, when the rules are fine. Just amazing. But as much as that is hilarious, Jonai turned up. I wasn't sure if Jonai was going to be at his best purely because he had daylight last week.
Sure.
But he really, really pulled it together and absolutely smashed it. I think Raptor got it, personally.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Jonai absolutely killed it.
That's amazing, man. Yeah, that is just a million view battle all over it, right? I mean, just the kind of the prestige going in there. And I'm guessing that, what's the energy like? How are they feeding off each other?
Oh, crazy. They were going back to back. Raptor's energy just seems to spread around the room, around the stage. And this is obviously when it started getting quite late. So everyone was so drunk pretty much in the crowds. This has happened at about 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So it was, I like to comment on that now. Having a later event, a nighttime event, was so much better. I think it was so much better because simply because people weren't rushing there, and people were enjoying themselves, and crazy amount of punches. I mean, personally, I don't think Raptor's been at his best in his last two.
Sure.
I don't think he was brilliant versus Shocks. I think Shocks comfortably got him, and obviously he got absolutely annihilated by Soul. But incredible performance today. Incredible. Today, so Saturday, sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, it pretty much is today, right? I mean, in your head, you're still kind of recovering, but yeah.
It's one big day.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Joe and I had a if I let him live, I couldn't bear to kill him, like Leo in The Revenant or something.
Right.
Oof.
Yeah. I can imagine that hitting. I can imagine him saying it and just him saying Revenant.
So it was really good. They both mixed it up as well. Raptor was hilarious. You look like David Seaman if he was from ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
With a,
I saw that.
God,
yeah.
That was in my head for ages.
That's fucky. That's great. And, battle after battle after battle, it's a birthday, nothing less from Don't Flop. I'm really happy to be hearing that Dialect Math was great, apparently.
Oh, brilliant. Really, really brilliant. Dialect had a bite. I was like, are you using the round that you left out for Shotty or something like that? And it was,
I wanted to ask him about that on the interview, but I'm like, is this a dick thing to ask? Like,
but no, I was worried that Math would obviously recycle a bit or like use some of his stuff for Shocks, but no, it was all tailored to Dialect pretty much. And then Dialect did Dialect, and everyone always expects the grime round, but he did a grime double time, whatever. Dialect, incredible. Obviously, Dialect's from Leeds. Dialect does grime. Dialect's in Leeds. Of course, he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Of course, he's going to do a grime scheme.
Yeah,
he's going to absolutely smash it. And it was crazy. Really, really good work, considering it was 3 days prep. Obviously, I'm absolutely gutted that Shocks Math couldn't go down. Hopefully happen at another event. And obviously, I'd like to see Dialect lose Cypher go down. But Dialect has his critics, but he smashed it, absolutely smashed it. And hopefully he silenced those critics.
Yeah, no. And I remember when we were in the backstage room on the Friday, this was after we talked to Math, and Math was just talking to people. I think he was talking to Luminous or something, and he was just like, I've got 1 day to prep this, like I'm still writing this sort of thing. And Luminous like, how the fuck can you do that? And he's like, if you want to do it, you can. Like, you know what I mean? I guess Math's in that position where he's been doing it for a while, and, you know, maybe people were nervous, oh shit, he is just writing for, you know, for anyone with Dialect. But by the sounds of it, it was tailored, and, you know, he had some really interesting stuff. And, I mean, Math, just from meeting him in person, like, charismatic as fuck, like, you know, and if he's on his form in a small room like that, it's not going to be anything but incendiary.
Oh yeah, I think Math is such a good character to have in the scene.
Yeah.
He got a lot of hate, obviously, for the one round, leaving the round out against Shotty.
Yeah.
But Math's been one of my favourites for time. Dialect obviously brought up the whole one round versus Shotty thing, why wouldn't you? And brought up the last time he was in England as well, which was the Toddy, which was a one rounder. So I'd like to see Math come out here and do 3 rounds. I really, really like Math. Hopefully for the Shocks battle, which would be great.
Yeah. Maybe I'm sure that will go down in the future sometime. And then we got onto the, you know, headliner of the main day, Pat Stay versus Tony. Just saying it is a privilege.
Oh,
you were there to see it, man, live.
Mate, I was like a little child before Christmas.
Yeah.
My friend that was with me was saying it. Ever since I met him at uni, I've been going on about how much I want to see Pat Stay versus Tony D. Met him 4 years ago was when I first showed him a rap battle, and I was telling him how much I wanted to see it. I didn't want it to happen. Before the battle, I didn't want it to happen because I was like, because once this happens, I've got nothing to look forward to anymore, because this is my dream battle, personally. Pat Stay's my favourite from overseas, and Tony D's my favourite from over here. Absolutely crazy.
And, I mean, was it everything you wanted it to be?
And more. I mean, I got to be on stage for this one, and I was within 5 yards of it, and it was just, I was like a kid at Christmas. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Pat is known for how good his first rounds are, and known for how good a performance he is, and absolutely smashed it. Opened up with, you will never be a champ. You are not a champ, like he did against Ilmac.
Yeah.
You will never be a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really, really good. He was like, I battled the best from around the world. You battled the best from down the road. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And Tony did Tony. He mentioned him licking his lips all the time. Called him and Holohan white supremacists, which was amazing.
And Tony choked, though?
Yeah, I mean, he forgot his bars.
Yeah.
And then brought it back and eventually got it back and brought it back,
Yeah. But, I mean, it's not, it's not the end of the world. And,
it was towards the end of his third, it was decent.
Right.
Absolutely smashed it. I mean, I had Tony taking it until that stumble, really. So I honestly can't call it. I'm going to watch it back once we finish this because I just can't wait at all, man. It's been crazy good.
Yeah, no. And then, I mean, afterwards, what was the vibe like? Did all the battlers go out, just get fucked up on the Saturday, or what?
We had the venue till 2, so a lot of people just stayed in the venue and drank for a little bit. Nice. Yeah, I personally went straight home after the 2:00. I went straight back to the hotel. I was absolutely dying, but yeah, man, it was crazy.
Yeah, and then you come back for the next day, which, I mean, I'm hearing the fucking post party was just as good as any of the other days.
So much fun. So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
The venue was really cool as well. Another really good venue choice. And yeah, it was only 6 battles, so it was a lot more laid back and didn't have to squeeze many battles into the day. So it was dope.
It's a lot, isn't it? Kind of moving between the venues and stuff like that. And you actually posted a little thing on Viewpoint of people asking questions. I want to bring one of them up. This was Nathan talking about the stresses of kind of moving crews between venues. I appreciate you weren't necessarily doing a camera work in there, but you were interviewing stuff. Did you feel that? Was it okay? Or
I didn't. It wouldn't have made a difference from us being at Stylus, at the same venue for a second day, because I still would have had to take all my equipment home. I was going to leave it there overnight. So yeah, I didn't mind it because they're both pretty easy to get to in Leeds. Leeds is a big city, but fairly easy to get around in, I think. So I don't know if you've been to Leeds at all, really.
I've been to Ellen Road, mate.
You've been to the birthday at Stylus?
I have. I was just trying to appear cool, but yeah, it's fine.
But no, it was this one was banging the town centre actually, and actually Pat Stay was out shopping with his other half and just randomly walked past the event and was like, "Oh, didn't know this was where the event was today." He was just out shopping. It was crazy. Like, it was banging in the town centre, about 50 yards from Nando's, about 10 yards from Five Guys. So it was really good for the Sunday one to be right in the middle of town. I think that worked really well.
Yeah, that was so. What kicked us off on the Sunday?
Zayn Azrai versus Shonda Rhimes.
Right, and I mean, in the interview, which is obviously going to come out in the far future, I don't know how much is going to come out that me and him did with Danny J, because he did say some questionable things. One of the things that he said was, this battle of his against Shonda will be like a 1 million view battle guaranteed because of what he's going to say. Do you agree with that?
I think 1 million views is a lot of views.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, but I don't think you're going to get 1 million views. It should do really well. It was absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I mean, I was absolutely crying when Zayn had a bar about Rihanna, but he couldn't pronounce Rihanna. He thought, I spoke to him afterwards, in Malaysia, it's Rihanna. Rihanna. And he was saying Rihanna, and the crowd were just cracking up because he'd pronounced it wrong, which was, I spoke to him after, he goes, no, that's how we say it in Malaysia. And it was absolutely amazing. He was dressed in some sort of weird robe.
Okay.
With like a rug tied around his waist. It was absolutely amazing. I was talking to him before the battle. He was a bit annoyed that he had to go on first, but it was fantastic. A sleepy crowd to start with, obviously, very hungover, very tired. Yeah. But he woke him up perfectly. It was absolutely brilliant.
And Shonda, how did she operate?
Absolutely smashed it.
Yeah?
Absolutely smashed it. I think Shonda's the best female battler to ever be in that flop, personally.
She's better than DK?
I think better than DK, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so. She doesn't... I just really, really like Shonda Rhimes as a person, as a battler. I don't know if me speaking to Shonda personally is affecting what I think, but Shonda's really, really good. I asked her where her signature glass of wine in her hand was, but no, she didn't have that one today, and absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, no, I spoke to Shonda in the most gangster of environments recently, Oxford Waterstones, and we've agreed
cool.
We've agreed that we're going to do an episode soon, so that would be be great to have her on. I'm really happy to hear that she's done well and the whole battle went well. So next up was that Dundee.
Innuendo versus Dundee.
Yeah,
that was absolutely amazing. Innuendo's best performance.
Yeah.
And Dundee is top tier, absolutely top tier. Like, I'd like to see him against a real heavy hitter. Like, whether it's over here or if someone else goes to Australia to battle him. Absolutely smashed it.
Yeah.
Innuendo announced at the end of his battle this will be his last solo a cappella.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and he just said it's just takes up too much of his time and stress doing it to really work. But big up Innuendo, absolutely smashed it, absolute gent. In the interviews afterwards, they were talking about he said he'll still be doing he'll still do a drunk freestyle battle at an event or something, or an on-beat battle or a 2-on-2. But
I mean
that was really, really good battle, and they both. I mean, if Innuendo was Australian, he would beat Dundee, and vice versa. They're very similar, but it was fantastic. They were both going in at each other hard, like just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's so good to hear as well that Dundee did great, because I know that he is great, and it's just great to hear that on his Don't Flop debut that he really brought it, and this is one of the battles that I'm most excited to watch.
Oh yeah, great! I've got so many battles to watch tonight.
Yeah. And Dank and Bobby, newcomer of the year. What was this?
Really good battle. Yeah, really, really good battle. Good friends with Dank, and Bobby's on the training days team, so I was not looking forward to this one for some reason, because I didn't want anyone I'm fairly close to lose, but it's just a really good battle. Both showed up.
And I'm hearing like there was some proper like personal stuff in each of their thirds.
Yeah, Bobby accused Dank of being a paedophile.
Right.
And Dank accused Bobby of being a racist.
Yep.
So it was quite interesting, but no, they're still good friends, so I'm sure it wasn't too serious, really. I think just angles, it was just a battle, really. Yeah. No, of course, and they're clearly good mates, but and then Bobby took the crown, right? Yeah, Bobby got decision 4-1, so I'm not mad at the decision, really. I think that's a fair decision. Bobby has absolutely smashed it. Worthy newcomer of the year.
Yeah.
And this battle hasn't made Dank look bad at all. Dank's come out of this looking very good. There's no shame in losing to Bobby Rex. He's battling No Shea next month. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, definitely. And need to get Dank on that revival card somehow. If Bobby's there, I don't see why Dank shouldn't be there. But yeah. And then Sharon Pedro? Sharon J. Short?
Sharon J. Short, really, really good. Yeah, that was good fun.
Is it everything we expected to be?
Yeah. It was really. They both. There was a Sharon called time when he was like, "Oh, we said we should stop it when it gets whack," and saying that Jay Short was being whacked. So called time on the battle, which was quite funny.
Oh man, this whole weekend just sounds terrific. Like every single battle sounds like gold, really. Like please buy the pay-per-view if you are listening and don't have a battler friend to mooch it off. Don't flop. Do really appreciate that. And then we had the 2-on-2 that no one saw coming anywhere. That's Pedro and Sol versus Danger and Chiller.
Absolutely. Oh, I expected this to be weird, amazing. Who thought Sol and Pedro could be one of the best 2-on-2 teams in the league? It was so good.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, that just sounds. And
there was a bit where Danger and Chiller were going in on Sol's shoes, so Sol decided to take his shoes off and walk off stage. So they were just left rapping at the shoes. Amazing! It was so funny.
That's quite unlike Sol as well.
Yeah, Sol. Oh, it was so funny. Sol is slept on hilarious.
Oh, we didn't mention Sol versus Quill.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, I don't know how...
How did we talk about that? I'm blaming you.
Yeah, no, I accept
Let's go back and talk about Sol Quill now, then.
And, I mean, I'm hearing, like, no filler, classic, best UK ever, like, the hyperbole is out there.
Best UK ever, I don't know. I think everyone gets caught up in the hype. Like in the room, I probably would have said that, but I watched it back. It was up there, absolutely amazing. Quill came out and smashed it. I think Soul proved himself as the best in Don't Flop, best in the country easily. Soul called out, said he'll take on Shocks next for the title. Of course he will, and that should be amazing if that goes down. And then obviously Soul called out Tony D on Sunday.
Yeesh, what? Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Ends of the battle, mentioned he said, well, time for me to show someone how they can spit 3 rounds and still lose. So good. But so this weekend to have such a bar heavy 3 weeks prep battle with Quill and absolutely smash it, and then do a really funny laid back 2-on-2 the next day, it just proves how versatile the guy is. And
yeah. In just the weirdest 2-on-2 situation as well. It wasn't even a standard.
They referenced that. Soul referenced it. It was like, the streets have been calling for this battle. Exactly. It was amazing. They were like, I can't believe this is finally happening. It was really amazing. It was good to see Danger and Chiller together.
Yeah. No, that's an interesting match. So, and left, is it just T Mystery? Is that the last one on the card?
Yes, I believe so. Big T Mystery, which was a 1-round battle. Yeah, that was really, really good. Mystery's been smashing it. He was really, really good at Sunburn, and really, really good again today. Yesterday. Smashed it.
Oh, good, yeah, and good to hear that T, sort of gone from Rob Wilson to Mystery, with no problems navigating those 2 wars. He took a little while to get cooking, I think, and this Mystery one started off a little bit slowly, but absolutely smashed it. And Big T has the crowd in a palm of his hands. Yeah, no, exactly. And that concludes just what sounds like a fucking incredible weekend. Like, as I say, I only experienced a third of it. I can't wait to. I know me, Lazy Ass Jack and Bear Solutions are having a pay-per-view party on Wednesday, so we'll be watching all the battles then.
When?
Personally, come to Oxford. We're gonna...
Wait, I'm going to Google how long it takes to get to Oxford. What time? I'll come.
We haven't really set a time yet. I'll have to let you know. But
let me see.
I'm actually
Oxford. I'm Google mapping it right now.
And so yeah, everyone, thank you so much. As Ryan Google maps that at battlerapresume @gmail.com.
Hour and a half. I'm not coming.
Hour and a half. Okay, too far. But we can periscope it. It's all good. But Ryan, thanks again, man. Like Training Days 2017 is going to be a huge year, I'm guessing.
Yeah, hopefully. Really want to get back into it. I want to get back in Fiddlers. I want to get them back. I want to get back and do some battles outside of London. What would you like to see from Training Days next year?
It's hard to say, really. I do love the outdoor events. I'd love for Training Days to do a giant tryout event like back in the day, where there's like 20 tryouts or something like that, just to kind of get a good influx of new blood. Like, you know what I mean? That
would be hard work, but I appreciate that. That sounds. We're gonna have a talk about that.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Man, we'll get.
Or so you have 20 tryouts, but you each get them to like submit one verse, and that goes on Training Days, and then people pick the matchups, so we get interesting matchups between tryouts rather than just kind of thrown together ones.
Interesting. That sounds decent. I think Training Days might be back in January or February latest, really. Revival. Get down to that. Are you going to be going to Revival?
No, I shan't. But December 17th, very, very excited.
Yeah, man, should be good. Get the pay-per-view, please, everyone, and support the pay-per-views, please, guys.
Yeah.
If you buy the pay-per-view, Don't Flop can put on more crazy events like the birthday, really.
No, you are right, man. You're right, and Don't Flop. Thank you so much, not only for having me as interviewer, but for throwing out what seems like one of the best birthdays since fourth birthday.
How did you find interviewing? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was very, very different experience, but the vibe was excellent. I like the fact that everyone was looking at me as well. That was great. And but no, I mean, it was a blessing, really. It was literally, we were doing the interviews and you was like, I'll go grab someone else, and I'll go out into the busy club or the hall or whatever, the venue, and I just grab Swave Sever or Chiller and just like, do you want to do 5 minutes or whatever? And it was just so easy and cool. It was just,
everyone was really laid back and everyone was really chilled and in a really good mood all weekends.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess we should say at the last bit, shame about Gemini and Swave. That's
oh yeah, man, it's a shame. Again, that's another battle we can rearrange and have on another card. yeah,
that's true. Actually, you put that with Shocks, and you put Shocks and Math and Lucifer and Dialect, and you've already got half of an amazing card. So
exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But Ryan, thank you so much as ever, bro.
Yeah, man. Vote next in line as best event.
Oh, yeah. The Battle Rap Resume Awards are now live, I should say. Yeah. So over 600 people have voted already, which is crazy. So please.
The year's not over, Tom.
Yeah.
The year is not over.
No, that's true.
Still loads of events to happen.
There aren't that many
birthdays
events
that just happens.
The birthday.
There's loads.
There's birthday and Gnome.
Gnome 6 happened yesterday.
Yeah, that's it. That's on
Revival.
There. I don't think Revival's going to be event of the year. No offense. There's a few King of the Rolls events. I think we're in the latest bit of November. Like, if I was doing this in July, fair enough. But it's not. You know what I mean? I don't think it's too early.
Well, I don't know, man. It's a bit of a reach.
All right.
Sleeping.
Well, it's battle rap.
There's going to be a new Jace battle's going to come out and it's going to win Battle of the Year.
That's true. It's going to storm off. Yeah, I have no doubt about that. But Ryan, cheers as ever, bro.
No worries, man. See you around.